Excel Tutorial 2, pages 104 through 108. Before you get started, read page 103, all about copying formats with the Paste Options button. The paste options in Excel are very different from other programs in the Microsoft Office suite, so please make sure you read that. And then read the top of page 104, copying formats with Paste Special, and finding and replacing text and formats. When you have all that done, we're going to go to page 104 to find and replace the street title abbreviations. On the Home tab in the Editing group, click the Find and Select button, and then click Replace. The keyboard command is Control-H as in happy. Okay, on the Home tab in the Editing group, click the Find and Select button, and then click Replace. That opens your Find and Replace dialog box. Type capital, okay, I always will tell you when your things are case sensitive, you absolutely have to do this exactly correctly. In the Find What box, click right here, type A, B, E, period. It has to be exact, stop and check it. Press the Tab key to move the insertion point to the Replace With box, and then type A-B-E-N-U-E. Now, you do not want to replace a perfectly spelled word with a misspelled word throughout your entire document, and however you spell this is exactly how Excel is going to insert it. So if you misspell it, yes, it will go in misspelled. So check it right now. Move to the top of page 105. You can choose to find each occurrence of the search text one at a time and decide whether to replace it. You can choose to highlight all occurrences of a search text in the worksheet, or you can choose to replace all occurrences at once without reviewing them. In this case, you want to replace every occurrence of the search text with the replacement text. Step number 4. Click the Replace All button to replace all occurrences of the search text without reviewing them. A dialog box opens reporting that 3 replacements were made in the worksheet. Click OK to return to your Find and Replace dialog box. Next, you will replace the other street title abbreviations. Repeat steps 2 through 5 to replace all occurrences of each of the following. First, we're going to do you notice it retains this text? It's really important to note. Street with street, I always stop and check my spelling, and then I hit Replace All. Next, it's lane, L-N period, with the actual word lane, L-A-N-E, replace all. DR period, with the word, yeah, there it is, beat that typo, with the word drive, because I did not the word strive. Replace all, and RD with the correct word road. Replace all. When you get them all finished, you click the Close button, and then you need to scroll down and take a quick look. You can see there's the word drive, street, lane, and you're going to look through every address and just make sure that it worked and everything is spelled correctly and you don't have any ugly surprises. Okay, reach up and click Save. Alright, on page 105, there's a little brief paragraph to read about Find and Replace. Alright, to replace white text with yellow text. On the Home tab in the Editing group, click the Find and Select button and then click Replace, or use the keyboard command Control-H as in happy. Now, once you have your Find and Replace dialog box open, click the Options button to expand the dialog box. Okay, the Options button is right here. See it? Again, you can move this however you want to make it easier to see. Okay, the options button is a toggle switch that turns this portion of the box on or off so that you can see it. It hides it and unhides it. Okay, so we expand the box. Okay, step number 3, click the Format button in the Find What row. Okay, it says Find What, No Format Set, Format. See it? Find What, Format button. Okay, Format. Step number 4, click the Font tab to make it active. Click the Color box and then click White Background 1 Theme Color. Here's our color box, down pointing arrow. This is that white background theme color that we were using. Then you click OK, and that takes you back to your Find and Replace dialog box. Now it says Find What. Notice this no longer says No Format Set. That's because that's the white that we're looking for. Now in the Replace What row, Replace With right here, it says No Format Set. Click the Format button. Flip to the next page. Go up the top to page 7. In our color box, we want the yellow standard color. So in the color box, down pointing arrow, standard colors, yellow. Okay? Click OK. Now, before we do anything else, did you notice it kept this text in here? Let's back this out. Okay, because this would completely make our searches fail. So these both need to be clean and have nothing in them. This one has white, but you can't see it because white's white and you can't see it. And this one has yellow and you can barely see it, but there's a little bit of yellow there. Now, step number 9, verify that the within box, within right here, list sheet to limit the search to the current worksheet, and it does. If we hit this down pointing arrow, you could see we could do it throughout the entire workbook all at once. In this case, we just want sheet. Click the Replace All button to replace all occurrences of white text in the sales report worksheet with yellow text. A dialog box appears reporting that 32 replacements were made. Before you hit Replace All, make sure that the Find What and Replace With are cleaned out. When you're positive that's there, go ahead and click Replace All. And it should say 32 replacements. If it doesn't, you're going to need to hit undo and go back and try it again. So we want to click OK. Now, in step number 11 it says, it's a good idea to clear the Find and Replace formats after you're done so that they won't affect any future searches and replacements. You'll remove the formats from the Find and Replace dialog box. Step number 12, click the Format button arrow. Okay, right here. Click Clear Find Format. Right there, which changes that back to No Format Set, which is exactly what we want. And we're going to do the same thing in the Replace With line so that these both say No Format Set. It might seem like those are extra steps and you might be tempted to skip them. Do not, because when you go to do your homework later, this could really mess you up. So make sure that you always get, this is a habit, I do this by the way, every single time when I'm done. I clear out those formats so that it doesn't mess me up later when I come back to look for something else, because they're really easy to miss. All right, click Close. And you're set, and you can see where all your white text was turned yellow. All right, at the top of, first of all, the bottom of page 106, read about working with themes. And then when you get finished with that, we're going to move to the top of page 107 to change the workbook's theme. Click the Page Layout tab on the ribbon. In the Themes group, click the Themes button and the Themes gallery opens. Office is the current theme. Do you see how it's got the green background on it? Point, remember we're pointing, not clicking, point to the organic theme. So you see their names underneath them, so there's organic. And take a look at, and what you want to do is you want to watch your spreadsheet as you're clicking on different themes. Okay, so just go ahead and point to a few and watch like the colors change. That's kind of pretty. and just check them all out. This is such a nice way to have this live preview so that you don't have to do all this stuff. You can actually test it before you do it, kind of like a test drive. And then the one we're going to select is called WISP. WISP. So go ahead and click on the WISP theme to apply it. Go ahead and make sure, themes can be a little confusing, so be sure to read those little short paragraphs on the bottom of page 107. And when you get finished, we're going to flip over to the top of page 108, and do make sure you read the blue insight box. All right, to reapply the Office theme to the workbook, on the Page Layout tab in the Themes group, click the Themes button and then click Office. Okay, so we're already on the Page Layout tab. If you're not, just click on it. Here's your Themes group, Themes button, Office, and we turned it right back to the way it was. Okay, that's the end of this video. Go ahead and hit save. And what we're going to be doing next is conditional formatting, and I cannot stress this to you enough. You must read all the information in your textbook about conditional formatting before you continue on with the videos.